Trauma, it will make you do some things that you never thought you would do. Truthfully, I seen it. I've seen it in people's lives around me. I've seen it in clients that I've worked with. And guess what? I've also seen it in my own life. Trauma will make you do some things, y'all. And I want to say this, trauma is not just like these big old events. Like, trauma doesn't have to just be death. Trauma doesn't have to be just like this time where I got like beat to a pulp. That's not trauma. Trauma is anything, literally anything that causes a strong emotional response in you. Trauma could be me just telling you to shut up when you were a kid and you like, dang. And it just tears your heart up. Tears your heart up. And it changes your perception of me. And now every time you think of me, you think like, man, I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. Whatever I say, it don't matter. That's trauma. And trauma will do some things to you if you don't process it. Here's why. Let me tell you about why it'll do some things. So look, especially when we're really young, and I talk about when we're older too, but when we're really young and we experience trauma, this is what happens. We try to understand and interpret this emotional situation. We try to make sense of it. Because when we're young, we just understanding the world, right? We don't really know what's going on. We think we're invincible as hell, jumping off of fucking, I don't even know what's, like waiting to break our neck. We're like, nah, I'm fine. I can live forever. I know y'all remember that, because I remember that, being a kid. And so when this traumatic situation happens, this strong emotional situation, when it comes about, we're like, what does this mean? How do I fall into place? Or like, how do I fit in to this equation with this situation that just happened, this traumatic situation? And I don't even realize it's traumatic. I just know that emotionally, I'm in pain. What does this mean? What is the world trying to tell me here? And so we start to create our own interpretation. And we start to try to figure out, okay, how do I deal with this? You see, if we don't have healthy examples in our life of how to deal with strong emotional situations, then more than likely we're going to do a couple of things. One, we're probably going to repress the shit. Push it in. This is icky, gross. I don't want to feel this shit. Push it down. We might do that. Two, we might become super clingy and attached to things or people that make us feel better, or at least take our mind off of the trauma that we're constantly experiencing up here. You see, this is where we have people with these unhealthy attachments, or, you know, women and men. And I can speak for this for myself, because I was womanizing women to boost my own ego and boost my own self-confidence and boost my own self-esteem. But we have sex and we build these types of relationships with people because we are trying to avoid the trauma we experiencing. And three, the other way we can interpret it is up here psychologically. Now I'm thinking like, yo, I am a horrible person because I made this other person or this other thing or whatever it is that caused this strong emotional response in me to happen, or to feel this way, or to think this way. It's me. I'm the problem. I also went through that. Hence, low self-confidence, low self-esteem. Got to learn how to build that up. So look, trauma will do some things to you unless you figure it out. And if you got kids out there, I want to encourage you, not discourage, encourage. If you got kids, or you got like nieces and nephews, cousins, or you work with kids, or you're around kids, whatever it is, and you're an impact in a young person's life, here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you, when it comes to times of confrontation, right, and that young person's around and they can see it, or, you know, it comes to some type of discipline with your kids, whatever it is, and I'm not here to tell you how to discipline, whatever it is, I encourage you to talk with them in a calm voice after it's done, whatever it is. After the confrontation or the conflict's done or the disciplining is done, talk to them because they need to know that they're okay. They need to know that whatever just went on, it's not because of them. They need to know that however they're feeling, it's okay and that they just got to process it. And it's not their fault. Many times as adults, we think kids just automatically understand this shit, but they don't. They don't. They internalize the fuck out of shit. They internalize it. They think it's me. It's my fault. I remember when my mom and dad got a divorce. Me and my dad had a bad relationship at that time. And I thought it was my fault that the family was breaking up. And so I hated them even more. Like, fuck you too then, man. Fuck you. Kids internalize things in a completely different way than an adult. Kids don't think logically. Brain doesn't stop developing until around 25, and even past that is still developing. But by then, at least the full gamut of common sense is there. The full gamut of self-reflection is just about there. You're talking about young ones, they don't understand it. They can't. They can't. It's out of their scope. So talk with them. When they experience stuff like that, talk with them. Be there with them. Be supportive. Show them that it's not their fault. Because y'all, trauma will do some things. I'm telling you, it'll do some things. For real, for real. So look, put things in place in your life so you can show the people you care about how to heal. And if you don't know how to heal, tune into my live every morning because guess what? I'm healing every day, y'all. I'm healing every day and I'm showing y'all how to heal. Getting my ass up, staying consistent, staying dedicated. Ain't no days off from me. I have to pour into myself so I can pour into y'all. Love y'all. Peace.